will say it's one of the more annoying strategies, yeah. I wouldn't quite put it as... I wouldn't say that it's as bad as, like, Legion with... what was that godforsaken perk called? Like, Thanatophobia. That's one that's, like, really irritating to play against. But Plaything Pentimento is indeed a bit irritating, not gonna lie. Thought I saw somebody here, but maybe I'm just tripping. Yeah, now the idea is, you know, they're gonna see like a bunch of hex totems everywhere. They're gonna hopefully be inclined to cleanse those. If they don't feel inclined to cleanse them because they think, oh, there's too many hex totems, therefore, you know, something's up with us, then we hook them, we go away from the hook, we get Devour Hope, we start insta-downing everybody, and that's gonna, you know, convince them to go and cleanse the bones that they haven't already up to that point. Then two of those, remember, two of those are traps. If they do them, and we get lucky, that's, you know, that's insta-down for us. There you go, that's one stack of Save the Best. Sorry, Save the Best for last. I'm too used to using that perk. That's, that guy already used that hope. I don't know. One stack of Devour Hope. Very good for us. Very strong early game. Lucky, lucky us. Nothing in those three generators. That guy is trying to let himself die, which wouldn't be great, actually, if he did. Poor Jill, man. Artis is really, really tough to play against. As usual, it's one of those killers, like there's not so much that you can do. Wow, that was close. I really thought I would have her there, but she dropped the pallet earlier than I expected her to. Make sure that we stay away from the hook. That's an important step. And now all we need is one more hook, and then we're gonna be insta-shotting everybody. Look off this window, but now actually I don't. Yeah, she's not going to be going there anyways. Oh. Nice. She really, once she saw me go through the window, she should have just vaulted. And then she would only have had the birds on her, but, you know, be much better than just getting down. Cool. Now we leave, go as far away as we can. Then once she gets rescued, they're gonna be having a very bad surprise. They still have not cleansed any totems whatsoever. So, you know, maybe, like, why that is, kind of hard to tell. Unless we have, you know, some way of communicating with them. But it could be that survivors will be clever. And sometimes they'll, you know, they'll see, oh, why is there so many hex totems everywhere, right? This is a build where the killer wants us to cleanse it. And then, you know, they kind of expect you to have Pentimento. And they'll go, yeah, let's just not cleanse it. But then you hit them with something like Devour Hope, and then they're going to be like, well, fuck, no, we have to cleanse it. And they'll start, like, you know, cleansing bones like mad. Now that they have a real reason to. Yeah, see? There you go. Then once they do, we can start putting our bones up. Yeah, that wasn't dying, that just went away. So the trap can get active. Oh shit. Did not expect that. I think you messed up, you messed up, you messed up. Nice. I guess she was a little bit too focused about the birds and she didn't stop to think about, you know, the Devour Hope, which is the real danger. And now, if they don't cleanse my Devour, we're about to deal with an artist that can mori people, which is nice and spooky and dangerous for them. I do have to make sure I go away from the hook though. There we go, nice. Yeah, now hopefully they get that rescue before... Dude, that is so unlucky. That is so unbelievably unlucky. So they've done 2 bones, and both of them just so happen to be my Undying and my Devour Hope. And they did not touch, or sorry, yeah, they did not touch the Haunted Grounds. That, I mean, I guess we got a, ooh, nice. We got a good chunk of value out of Devour Hope, so not too bad of a, or no, not too much of a reason to be torn up, I suppose. But that is terribly unfortunate for us. Then we can go over here and then just like super quick, just like, boop, just like that. It's up again. And now all their gens are 30% slower as long as that totem is up. If they go back there and destroy it, then we lose that effect. But as long as they don't, we don't have too much to worry about. You had Dead Heart, did you? There's somebody that I downed who had Dead Heart. I can't quite remember who it was though. Let's go ahead and see if we can make it all the way to that other totem and then relight that one again. Then throw a bird over at that generator because there was people there. Guess he dipped away though. And the one, I suppose the one like downside of Pentimento in general is that you can only, you know, like revive totems, right? And what that means is that somebody destroyed those totems at one point. So it's going to be easier for them to come back. And yeah, it's going to be easier for them to come back and, you know, get rid of them again because at least one person... I think that David just like randomly dead hearts. It's out in the open, it makes no sense, but maybe I'm just seeing things. But yeah, like at least one person, whoever destroyed the original totem, is gonna know where it is, so it's easier for them to come back and break it. But you know, the idea is you put a bunch up, and then you force them to waste time. And then if they do break it, they've wasted time. If they don't break it, then you know you have 30% gen slowdown, even with a single one up, which is just huge. So far we're still at 2. They have not gone back to break the ones I put back up. And they have gotten so unbelievably lucky with the fact that they have not cleansed the Haunted Grounds yet. That is crazy. Like, what are the odds that, you know, the 2 bones that you cleanse just so happen to be... That's not a grab! DBD! Okay. That girl is hungry and also dead on hook. We can maybe make her or punish her for that. Devour can be so beautiful sometimes when it works out, of course. Yeah, for sure. Devour is one of the best perks in the game, I feel, but it does very much. It's also like one of the most volatile, right? Sometimes you get Devour Hope and then it gets cleansed immediately because some survivor spawns directly on top of it. This Jill is not good against the birds, man. She just like pre-drops a pellet every single time, I swear. That's not how you're supposed to do it, Jill. But yeah, you can, what do you call it? Sometimes it will spawn on the feet of a survivor and then they'll immediately cleanse it and then you basically just wasted a perk slot, right? Other times you get a crazy good spawn and the survivor just can simply not find it at all. And then 2 seconds of the match you become just an insta-down killer. And the survivors are too preoccupied with your bones to even do gens and stuff. So it is absolutely fantastic. But you get the idea, right, of how Pentimento works. It's even though we did get Devour to proc, but they had not, you know, done any bones at all. There you go. Now they've finally done Haunted Grounds. So we can go and put another thing of Pentimento. It's like, you know, initially they didn't cleanse any totems. So Devour Hope is like, alright, now we get insta down, so we're giving them a reason to go and cleanse the totems. So they go and cleanse them, and then we go and put the... Did I see scratch marks? No. So we go and put the Pentimento, and now everything is slower. So it's kind of a, you know, you try to set up a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of scenario for the survivors. So now it's 30% slower generators, 30% slower healing, 30% slower recovery on the ground until they go and, you know, redo some of those. And then if they do that, that's also a bit of a time investment. There you are. My goodness. These fellas don't seem the most knowledgeable of how to deal against artists specifically. Which, don't get me wrong, like, artists is fucking just brutal. There are certain tiles if you play it right as her, you can just like straight up put the situation or the survivors in a situation where they just don't win. And they just like, there's literally nothing they can do. As long, you know, provided you don't like mess up and throw their birds too early or anything like that. But these guys seem like they just don't know what to do once I put the birds down. That Claudette really should have just like, you know, kept running in a straight line. I don't know if she would have made it to anything, but if she didn't run for a straight line, she should have kind of, you know, hugged. Well, maybe that was, yeah, never mind. Maybe that is what she was trying to do. If she just like hugged the left, maybe the birds wouldn't have hit her directly, but it's pretty tight actually, so maybe that would have hit her anyways. This fucking sucks though, man. I don't like camping. Especially in a game that's like already, you know, as good as one. But in those situations, I really should. Okay, bless. We've seen people. Because it's like these matches where survivors would just like, it would be like 2 of them left and they would just hide. I don't blame them for it, I suppose. But boy oh boy, does it make for a boring ending, huh? I guess you can't really, oh nice. Can't really, you know, expect the survivors to just throw themselves at me. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep from listening to your voice. I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, either that's like, you know, oh, your voice is soothing, or you are the world's most boring man. Jesus Christ, by the way, there's no freaking hooks anywhere. Wowzers, we only... Actually, never mind, 2... Yeah, 2 of them went away, maybe that's why. I'll choose to take it as a compliment, though. There you go, that's that girl dead, and now it's a game for the hatch. Bless. There we go. And yeah, that was one of our Pentimento. So now we just lose one, and you know, once they take out a Pentimento, that's just like gone forever. You can't, you know, revive it a 3rd time. But that, especially because the biggest one when it comes to Pentimento, in my opinion, is the one that makes gens 30% slower, and because that only requires 1. Dude, what the fuck is going on? It's like they all have that hard, and apart from the Nia, they all just use it like when I'm miles away from them. Like what? Why do they do that? I don't get it. Do they not know how New Dead Hard works? They're trying to like get distance even though it doesn't do anything anymore. I have no clue. I don't know. But yeah, it's the most important Pentimento is the first one. So as long as you have 1 up, you know, I had 3 there. They could cleanse 2, and then I would still have the best effect. They would have